Hi folks, China Guitar Skeptic, and welcome back to episode 4 in the repair and sorting out of Greeny Moor. Yes, in this episode we're going to finish up the replacement nut, and we're also going to be a little bit cheeky, which we'll do first. On the actual Peter Green Gary Moore guitar, the treble and bass, treble and rhythm polka dot has faded, and so what I decided I would do is just to fiddle this off gently. It's only held on there with a bit of sticky, and really simple modification, just so that you can't see the wording. I'm going to turn that upside down, clean it off and put it on upside down. Simple as that. Now, before we get round to finishing that job off, we have to mark up the new Tusq Nut, and what I use for this is a retractable pencil. You want to get it nice and even on the neck, and then really extrude an extractable pencil to see how much overhang there is on the back at each side, and then literally just gently mark that off on the bottom of the nut, and then you know just how much to shave off with the sandpaper. So that's that. There's my 2 marks. You probably won't see that, but I'll do a picture of it before I sand it down, and then I'm just going to put the nut in place before I glue it, string the guitar up and make sure that the nut's at the right height. If it's not, I can just slip it out and reduce the height, or if absolutely necessary, pack it out, but hopefully that won't be the case. I have checked the height of this nut and it's almost identical to the piece of chewing gum it replaced. So that's the next job. Okay, so here we are. I'm just starting with a bit of 240 grit sandpaper just on the back of a pickup box, and I'm just gonna rub this down to the line. Doesn't take very long. As you can see, plenty of it coming off very quickly. Just going to round that edge off as well, like it was originally, just to give that a nice rounded finish. And just a touch more to come off of that. Very nearly there. And that is one side of the nut finished. So that should now fit the contour of the neck profile and be ready to try out. Just the other side to do, which again won't take too long. I'll rush through this one. That's nearly there. And there it is. All ready to offer up to the neck and see if it's the right width now. Yes, that feels absolutely perfect. So now ready to put some strings on and try it out. Just going to clean this little slot here. Incidentally, best way to clean this little slot, take a bit of sandpaper off, put the actual nut on, and just really gently just give that a gentle tease across there, and it will prepare both surfaces at once for receiving the new nut. So we'll get truss rod cover on, some strings on it. We're going to have to use the metric bridge for now, the Goto metric bridge, but I'm not too worried about that because it's a nice bridge, and we'll wait until the ABR one comes and then we'll do the final little modification. So on with the strings. So I've now put the strings back on and got it tuned up, and I haven't stuck the nut back on yet because I wanted to make sure that it was in the right position and the right depth from the nut to the first fret and all the way along to the bridge. Yes, I've kept the Goto metric bridge on there. It's actually really nice. Had a bit of trouble with getting it to stay in tune to begin with, and also the intonation. I don't know if you can see that, but the saddle pieces have got to go right to the back of the bridge, and this bridge is actually leaning back in order to achieve anything like close to the intonation. On the previous bridge, the first three strings, the saddles were round the other way, whereas on this Goto they're all facing the same way with their straight edge towards the pickup and the angle section down towards the tailpiece. So I haven't been able to get the intonation completely right, but the good thing is the action is lovely. And no fret buzz all across the fretboard. So I'm about at the stage where we'll put the truss rod cover back on because it doesn't need any more relief. The action's pretty much the way I like it, possibly a touch higher than it was before, but then it was a bit low for me before. And yeah, the Greeny Peter Green mod has been done, and I think it's about time we demoed it.